Football. Hard to believe that it's starting to get football time already. On behalf of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Commissioner Doris Sharp, member institutions, presidents, chancellors, athletic directors, and senior women administrators, we welcome you to the 2013 SWAC Football Media Day. I'm Dee Jackson, and it's our pleasure to serve you all once again on behalf of the SWAC. We are getting ready for yet another outstanding year. And don't forget, we'll have plenty of live coverage today on the SWAC Digital Network. The Southwestern Athletic Conference not only prides itself on its rich athletic traditions, but also acknowledges the accomplishments and feats of all of its students. At this time, for your viewing entertainment, it's synonymous with Media Day, and it looms over our member institution's campus, a message that will reach across the SWAC footprint as it continues to honor the heritage.
In 1920, 6 schools came together to form a strong competitive alliance. That strong
Southwestern Athletic Conference's athletic legacy for the 2013 football season. From the state of Alabama, the city of Huntsville, Alabama A&M head coach Anthony Jones. From the capital of Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama State head coach Reggie Barlow. From one of the notable cities in the SWAC region, Lorman, Mississippi, Alcorn State head coach Jay Hobson. From the depths of Louisiana, the city is in its name. It's Grambling State head coach Doug Williams. From the capital of Mississippi, Jackson, head coach of Jackson State, Rick Comegy. Not far from Jackson in the Delta, Itawamba, Mississippi Valley State head coach Carl Morgan. From the Lone Star State, Prairie View, Texas, Prairie View A&M head coach Heish Northern. From the state capital of Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Southern head coach Dawson Odoms. Here from the new home of this year's football and basketball championships, Houston, Texas, head coach Darrell Asbury, Texas Southern. And the defending SWAC champions out of the foothills of Arkansas, head coach Monty Coleman, Arkansas Pine Bluff. Thank you, coaches, for attending. This production would not be possible without you and your student athletes. Hats off to you. At this time, the Southwestern Athletic Conference would like to formally release its 2013 All-SWAC preseason football team. All 10 conference schools are represented on this year's preseason team. The first team, UAPB, highlights this year's preseason on the first team alone. 7 players from Alabama State, Jackson State, and Prairie View landed on this year's preseason roster, followed by Alabama A&M and Southern with 5. Mississippi Valley has 4, Texas Southern, Alcorn State, and Grambling each have a player represented. On the second team, also headed by several players receiving preseason honors from other media outlets. Altogether, 51 players grace the preseason roster, with 2 players earning a spot for 2 positions and a pair receiving a tie in the second place voting for the tight end position. And of course, when you talk about players of the year, there's a lot of great talent in the SWAC. But the player of the year on the offense and defensive preseason player of the year watch list, Arkansas Pine Bluff quarterback Ben Anderson receives the offensive player honor, with Jackson State's Quay Cox voted defensive player of the year. Last year, Anderson led the Golden Lions to a SWAC championship crown, the school's first outright championship and title since 1966. UAPB also captured the Western Division champions with 14 first place votes, followed by Southern with Prairie View, Grambling, and TSU rounding out the West. Alabama State was selected to take the East with 15 first place votes. Jackson State had 9 first place votes for a predicted second. Alabama A&M finished 3rd in the voting, followed by Mississippi Valley and Alcorn State. The preseason teams were voted on by the head coaches, who in some kind of ways is considered the dean of the coaches, I would guess. Has been here quite a while. Coach, looking at the upcoming season, your thoughts on the Bulldogs?
Good morning. You make that sound like a bad thing. Thanks for Well, as far as this upcoming season, one of the exciting things about college football Each year you get an opportunity to introduce new student athletes to the media and actually the football world. That's what we'll have this year. Last year we had over 20 seniors that we lost through graduation. And so this year will be a young football team, particularly in a lot of spots. Offensively, we'll be fine as far as the receivers are concerned. But we got to have someone to throw the ball to them. So our quarterback will be young, our running back will be young, tight ends will be young, half our line will be young. Place kicker, same thing. We got to get somebody else that can find a way to put it through the uprights. And finally, on the defensive side, we lost a lot of guys on that side due to graduation. But again, it's another opportunity for young people to come in here and put their brand, their signature on our program. And so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing challenge for us. But again, we're looking forward to it. We have a lot of great teams and competition in our conference. And saw the predicted order finish. We'll look and see if we can't at least match that or try to find a way to get beyond that. So again, we'll be young, but we'll be competitive.
Coach Anthony Jones. Moving on to Coach Reggie Barlow.